All right, good morning and happy Sunday. So, I got a question from one of our top clients the other day, and the question was, how do we get people to follow through the interview process? The issue that they're facing is something that I'm willing to bet that many of you watching this are struggling with as well, which is the attrition throughout the interview process, people dropping out after expressing some level of interest. Now, this is a common theme for everybody. Every single one of us, whether you're a recruiting firm or a team trying to hire, is struggling with this problem. And it stems from communication. I had a former colleague boss who used to say communication rules the nation. I don't know if he stole that from somewhere, but it works, right? Communication really is everything. And communication goes beyond what we say, but how we say it, and also how frequently we say it. And so when you do get somebody on the phone for the first time, again, whether you're a recruiter, a recruiting firm, or the company or the hiring manager, regardless of who you are, in your first conversation with the interested job applicant, job seeker, you have to set a contract. I don't mean a written legal contract. I mean, you have to establish some boundaries. You have to let them know that you're going to be honest with them throughout the entire process. You're going to communicate with them the second you know that there's somebody of interest or not. So you'll give them good or bad news no matter what. And in return, all you ask for is the same. All you ask for is if a better opportunity presents itself, they have the courtesy to let you know. And you also ask for honesty about their level of interest. And you can tell them in a very, very kind way that if this is something you're really, really interested in, please let us know. Because we want people that want to be here. I think it's the most gentle way you can establish this contract, and it's going to make a world of difference for you. I know it might sound silly, might sound hard to do at first. It will feel uncomfortable. But if you do it, you'll notice that immediately your attrition is going to drop by like 10 to 15%. It did for me. I tracked it and it was about 15%. But that's not the silver bullet. There is no silver bullet in life for anything. So the next thing you need to do is you need to stay in constant contact, asking the right questions. So if it's been about a week since your initial conversation with a potential job seeker who you are really keen on to be the right fit for the position, you must follow up. You cannot go 5 business days without talking to somebody. So what you need to do is set an alarm, a reminder, whatever you need, every 3 days to follow up with that ideal person. I don't care, again, if you're a firm or a company hiring. And when you follow up with this person, if you have no news, let them know that no news is typically good news. Let them know that you not hearing anything is a sign that things are going in the right direction. And they'll understand it. And they'll be so appreciative to have some sort of news. Because for them, hearing from you is enough news alone. And oftentimes, they'll be open with you about what's going on in their life. And sometimes they'll press you. Sometimes these people will say, hey, I got a lot of other things in the pipeline. We need to move things along. And then you as a hiring manager or HR manager or corporate recruiter can push whoever needs to be pushed to speed up the process, letting them know that this awesome person who's being honest and transparent with us and is remaining interested has other things going on. But you can't do this without communicating with this individual first. Because the last thing you want to happen, and I made this mistake for about 4 years before I learned my lesson, you cannot not talk to somebody and then turn around and demand an update from your teammates, or if you're a recruiting firm, from the company. Because if they come back to you and say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, yes, let's get them scheduled, and you talk to the person and they've already accepted another job or they're ghosted you, you've lost credibility. Even if it's your friends and peers you're working with at your organization, they will not trust you. You are the person that cried wolf, right? And so I cannot stress enough that you need to be communicating with all parties every 3 days. You have to know what's going on. And then my final note about this is when you talk to the job seeker, If they're not open about what's going on and they say, totally fine, that's awesome, I'm great, I'm here, I'm still interested, you need to just hit them with a question like this. What else do you got going on? Don't ask them, do you have other things going on? Because they'll just give you a quick no. It's a reaction. They'll lie to you even if they don't want to. But you got to say, what else do you have going on? And when you ask it this way, try it. I dare you to try it next time. Ask, do you got anything else going on? You'll get a no almost every time. But then ask every other person, what else you got going on? And you will get a combination of answers that's always something, right? Oh, I'm interviewing at XYZ company. Oh, I got 3 other interviews. Oh, I actually have an offer, but I'm waiting to make a decision until I hear back from you because I really want your job. So ask this open-ended question because then it leads you down a series of other questions. Oh, okay, great. You have another interview? How far along are you? Oh, okay, good. What happens if they make you an offer? Are you going to accept and just pull out of this? No, I'll see it through. Good. Well, now you have commitments from them, right? And without doing these things, you don't know what's going on. And without having them make verbal commitments over and over and over again, you're going to continue to lose people on the back end of this process. But if you can get them to use their words, their own words, not yours, their words, have them come to the conclusion that there's somebody that falls through in the interview process. There's someone that's going to see through this position until you make them an offer or tell them no. You'll get them to stick. And this strategy right here, from beginning to end, won't increase your ability to get people to follow through by 15%. It won't get it to increase by 30%, 50%. This will get you to get almost every single person to follow through in the process or at least not ghost you. If you follow these steps, you will almost completely eliminate the problems that you're having with ghosting and fallout when it comes to interviews by up to 90%. I know because I've tracked my own metrics ruthlessly over the last 7 years. I've had years where I've been a complete joke with doing this, and I tried to just scave by doing the minimum amount possible. For the first 3 to 5 years of my recruitment career, I played around with this. I did it sometimes, I didn't do it sometimes. I did it not at all, and I did it every day. And I can tell you my life was better when I was doing it every single day. People were following through and things were going exceptionally well. My clients were really happy. The companies I was recruiting for are happy. And now it's a mainstay process that we have in place. And you as a company or as a recruiting firm needs to have it in place as well. So I really hope you found this useful. It's one of the best pieces of advice I could give anybody struggling to get people to follow through with interviews right now or to make it to the end of the process, especially with the way the market is today. You'll also be building a ton of credibility with the candidate because you're talking to them, and more touch points equals a better chance for your organization to land this person. If you liked this video, please let me know and like it. I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel. It's a brand new one. We're going to be getting some new equipment very, very soon that will make these more enjoyable, exciting, etc. We'll get better thumbnails. It will be a better process in general. We're not trying to be YouTube sensations. We're just trying to help people. And so with that being said, subscribe, like. Would love to hear your comments, your best practices in the comments. That would be awesome to see below because it will help other people. And if you need some help, I'm going to put my contact information in the bottom here in the description. And I appreciate you. Stay strong.